Well, after a very wet day in Nanango yesterday and a quiet night in the free camp, I've carried on. I'm now in Maiden and I've just come down to Cooyar Falls. So where I've been travelling around by the rail trail area was relatively flat, but up here much more hilly, and these beautiful granite stones. Oh, I just love them. So I'm going to go for a walk down to the falls and check them out. So come on with me. But first of all, before I run my video, I have to say welcome to Anne's Space. Thanks for joining me here. If you're new, glad to have you on board, and if not, welcome back. So I'm a full-time traveller, a senior full-time traveller, sometimes travelling in Australia, as I am in this video, but often also overseas and interstate within Australia. So stick around and explore it with me. Now, my previous video, if you haven't watched that one yet, was about Brisbane Valley Rail Trail and free camping around it. So pop back and have a look if you haven't already seen it. Anyway, let's keep going on this video. And not only are there the beautiful granite rocks, but also these grass trees. Oh, I love them. Oh wow, I can see the water down there. It's just so peaceful. I'm the only one here. And my next stop was at Cooyar, where you could free camp next to the swinging bridge. Now, those who have been following my channel for a while will know I love the swinging bridges. So I did actually go over this more than once. So I love it when I travel around and I find places that I didn't even know existed. So this is Palm National Park, and I'm just out of where I free camped by the swinging bridge. So much of this park was donated by a local, Charles Henry Bouldery, and he donated part of it and then more was added to it. And I don't know why it's a national park. I don't know what the significance is of it, because national parks, there's certain criteria that you have to meet. But the day use area where I am now and where I've parked is Bouldery. And from here I can do a circuit walk. It's about 15 minutes, 650 metres. So come on, let's go and do this circuit walk. Once again, I'm the only one here. It's still relatively early in the morning, but you can probably hear the noise of there's lots of bats around as well as a few birds. And as I'm walking along, oh my gosh, you can certainly smell the bats. That bat poo is rather toxic smelling. Well, that was a nice little walk. It's not terribly long, but you can hear and see lots of little birds. They're very quick. They're not used to people. So, yeah, no video footage of the birds. But, yeah, definitely, if you're in the area, pop up and do this short, I don't know, 10-minute walk, really. I then headed off the bitumen. It was the first time I'd taken my Renault off the bitumen, so I was very cautious, but it was a destination that surprised me, and you'll see why in just a moment. So my second stop this morning is Muntapa Railway Tunnel, and I didn't know, or I didn't remember, that I'd actually already been here once before. And it wasn't till I pulled up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I know this place. Oh well, I'll go and have a second look anyway and share it with you. The sky's a bit ominous. Rain was forecast yesterday and today. Now, today, I think we're more likely to have some, so I'll take the most of this weather while it's not raining, and I'll go and check out this railway tunnel. So they've got a nice little sign here, and yes, there's some toilets over there as well. And I love the way you come to these places. It was just 3 kilometres off the bitumen, and then you come and it's all developed, there's lots of information, and definitely worth getting off the beaten track, as it were. So there you go, more information on the other side of the bore, and I've just read that this was the longest single bore railway tunnel in Australia, and it still is. It's 287 metres long, 4.5 metres wide, and a bit over 5 metres high. So apparently after the tunnel closed and the trains stopped, someone tried creating a mushroom farm in the tunnel, but that failed. So since then it's just been taken over and is now a place for public access. So let's go and have a look at the tunnel. Now this railway line was built way back when, and of course all this would have been dug out by hand. Imagine the months it took, and I'm sure it said back there on the boards. But nowadays, you know, things happen in weeks and months. Back then, it would have been in years. And so much labour, creating so much employment for the area, which is wonderful. Brings people in, but when the job's done, they need to move on. There's no more employment. And there it is. So we've come down quite a bit. So once again, I've got the fragrance of the bats. So these are actually called the Muntapa tunnel bats. And yeah, you can definitely smell them. So they're much smaller bats than which were up at the Palms National Park. It's definitely quite cool in here. Although the weather today is not really as hot as it had been. We're down into the mid-20s, which is just perfect travelling weather. So now I'm going down to the other end of the tunnel, and yes, there are a few steps here, but nothing too difficult. Yeah, so those are the steps I've just come down, and here's the other end of the tunnel. So you can see how much they had to dig out. Like, that's a long way down, right? So I've come to my 8th campsite on this little trip. This is Bowenville Reserve. It's a huge area, and when I get back up the top I'll do a bit of a spin around. But yeah, it's right beside this waterway. Now, I'd forgotten that I'd actually been here before. I have travelled quite extensively around Australia. Been to many places, so sometimes I just forget where I've been. So this park has been done up a lot since I was last here, and it definitely caters for a lot of campers. And here's the weir, the Bowenville Weir. Certainly moving very fast. So here we go. This is the size of the camping area. and it actually, over by that line of trees, it's where it goes down to the river. So yeah, a really big area. So there I am, tucked away over there. Well, not tucked away, I'm in the middle actually. And yeah, there's vehicles all around me. Excuse the sun. Then the next morning I hung around for a while and I went for a walk, and I did see something very, very scary. So yep, be prepared. This might not be to everybody's taste. There's the snake. He's come back out again. Oh, there he is. Oh wow. That's like scary. Those are quite poisonous, those ones. Oh, he's going across. Look at him go. Oh man. Wow. At least he's not heading my way. So I've arrived at Lake Broadwater. Oh, it's a wonderful spot, and I thought it might be quite crowded, but it's not. Let me just show you where I'm camped. So I've got this great little spot there, and there's nothing between me and the water. So there's a couple of vans down there, and there's the lake. And yes, I think there's a storm coming. So I've been watching a ski boat out there, just a small one. So this is not good. It's actually hailing out there. I can hear it happening on my roof and I can see it falling. There is absolutely nothing I can do. It's quite large. Oh man, this is not good. Oh no! My van's only a week old and it's being hammered by hail. Oh no! There's nothing I can do. Wow, that was very, very scary. Doesn't look like there's any damage to the van. I will be getting up on the ladder and checking the roof when I get back to Brisbane, but I didn't like that. That was horrible. So the storm was spectacular and a little scary, as you might have seen on the previous clips. But now look at it, this is just magic. So I'm still just taking a bit of a walk around. I did get caught in some more rain, but it's just the perfect time of the night. And yeah, I'm taking all of this on my phone, and really I should have my camera with me. But with the rain, it's like, well, I'll just bring my phone and I can pop it into my pocket. So after that horrific storm, I had a really peaceful night and woke up and thought, wow, this place is just beautiful. I'm going to keep staying here. So where I am in Queensland at the moment on Lake Broadwater, there's a lot of flies. So thank goodness I've got my fly net here that I can block my door off. And yeah, the backstory of this fly screen is that I got contacted by an organisation called Living in a Bubble, and they wanted to do a photo shoot using my old van, my Mercedes Sprinter. So I said, oh yes, I'll do that. And yeah, they gave me this fly screen. So yeah, not getting any money for this promotion. But the interesting thing is this morning, is as I was putting it up, I'm like, oh, there's a big spider. And I had a closer look, and look what's there. Well, I was too slow. What I was going to show you was this little wee frog. He'd got in behind my rubber trim, but he's, as I've been filming, he's hopped away, so missed out on that one. But yeah, as you can see, the flies are horrendous. I'm going inside. And I've just come inside, and this is my view from inside. So it stops the flies, but it doesn't really inhibit my view too much. So up from where I'm camping by Broadwater Lake is actually another camp area. It's a bush camp, and I decided to walk up and check it out. Now there's no one here. It's a very basic camp, but I'm in the middle of nowhere, and it's just wonderful to be just walking on my own in this sort of Australian bushland. I wonder how many other people would do this sort of thing just on their own. If you do, perhaps pop a comment. You know, I love to hear from other travellers. So I had that storm last night, and then about an hour ago the caretakers here at Lake Broadwater came round and said we're in for another one. So yeah, not much I can do, just hold it, hang out and hope for the best. So the thunder's just started and it's just after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I've got all my windows and a roof vent shut on the van, and I think I better go and put my chair away. So thankfully that storm was just rain and it was a peaceful night. And look what I woke up to the next morning. Yeah, this gorgeous sunrise. It definitely does motivate me to get out of bed, get my camera and do some photography, that's for sure. Look at it, it's just beautiful and it's so peaceful here. I'm definitely going back to this spot. Who knows when, but when I do, I'll be sure to share it with you. So that was a wonderful way to start the day. Woke up this morning and saw that amazing sunset that I've just shown you. And now I'm going to go for a walk. It's quite windy, so hopefully by using my little mic I'm actually deflecting a lot of that wind, but we shall see. So I've just walked down a little track and I've come to just a little channel off the lake. Let me show you. So there is supposed to be a lot of bird life here. I haven't seen so much as yet, but I think on this walk maybe I will be seeing some. So come on, let's go on this walk. The track's still a little bit damp underfoot, but we'll see how we go. Okay, it's an easy decision. Bird hide first, then I'll do the circuit track. Here we are up in the hide. Oh, this looks good. And I've got it to myself. Lots of information. Now, I do carry binoculars and a camera with a zoom lens. Did I bring either? No, not today. So I sat up here for a while and just enjoyed the peace. There's a few birds around, nothing I could identify easily, but maybe I'll stay here an extra night and come up here in this evening. Apparently there's no storm due tonight, which will be a bit of a treat. Now going to do a circuit walk. The sign said 1.2 kilometres, but it was actually 1.2 to the start of the walk, and then the circuit's 4.5. But that's okay, it's not too hot. I probably should have brought some water, but I'm going to enjoy it anyway. So when you're doing a walk like this, it's always reassuring to see an arrow. I certainly often don't see other people, and I might have missed this track because it's got the tree across it. And all the time I'm very mindful of snakes. Oh yeah, certainly can't be too careful, as you saw previously when I showed a bit of footage of a red belly black. So I lazed my day away reading books, enjoying watching the water skiers. It was the weekend, so there was a fair few there. And then, like I suggested, I actually did go up to the bird hide in the early evening, and I spent probably an hour there just with my camera, just enjoying the peace and quiet. So, yeah, keep watching and you'll see a few birds. You probably know what they are. I'm not great at identifying birds, so yeah, I'll leave you to have a look. Sign, which meant going back about 10 kilometres. There was a sign earlier, but it was just as I came around the corner, so I almost missed that. So the very kind roadworks man said, oh, you can use the authorised only route and go through that way. So it's a really interesting area around here, all these plains. Now I'm heading towards Ceil Plains at the moment. I may camp there, wait and see. Hard to believe that it floods out here. Looks like we're miles from any water source. So there's very little here at Ceil Plains. There's the free camp where I've left my van. I've walked up to town and it seems like there's just the pub and the school, beautiful park with a library where I just stopped and used the free Wi-Fi, but not much else. Another dying town. So unfortunately the train's all locked up. I guess they open it on special occasions. But I'll continue wandering. It's really, really hot. I think it's another 36-degree day. But it is windy, so at least that sort of helps to keep the temperature down. So I did discover that there was a corner store where I got a very refreshing ice block and the post office and a police station. It's 3 o'clock and so far I'm the only one stopping at the free camp at Ceil Plains. So let me just show you this big area that I have to myself. Pretty nice, hey? Well, I had a very wet, windy night, parked over there, and yes, some of those tyre marks are mine. Thank goodness the Renault has a setting on it for grip extend loose surface, so that's to stop me skidding, because otherwise I don't actually think I'd have got out of where I was parked. So today I'm continuing driving through the plains of southeast Queensland, and I keep seeing the maize growing and it just looks so beautiful. So I've pulled off so I can take some photos. Let me share them with you. Doesn't this look just beautiful? And it goes on for acres and acres. Gold of the west. And then simply crossing the road, there's a totally different look. It's just like the colours here are so diverse. I've got to watch where I walk, it's a little muddy. Let me show you. So I don't know about you, but I just love the different colours and the different views that you get as you drive along. So today I was going to go from Ceil Plains to Yarramalong Weir, but I decided after it being so muddy when I was trying to leave Ceil Plains this morning that I would skip the Weir because apparently it is a bit wet there, and I would go to Federation Park, which is just to the south of Toowoomba, and I have stayed there before, and it's a bitumen car park, so no chance of getting stuck. So fingers crossed, no more storms, but wait and see. You can see it's pretty wet around here. It took me a while to find somewhere I could pull off and not sink into the mud. So there is a lot of trucks out this way, and they're all really considerate. They don't speed, they don't get right up behind you. Well, fingers crossed that's what it's been like so far. I couldn't help but stop and pull up and look at these. I wonder how those dents came about. Has something hit them? Was it in delivery? There's got to be a backstory on that. So this is my last stop before I get back to Brisbane, and it's just on the outskirts of Toowoomba, so really handy. And like I mentioned previous, it's on bitumen, so it doesn't matter if we get a storm, I won't be stuck in mud. So I really enjoyed my 2 weeks on my first trip in my Renault. So it's an RM 19-3 built by Jayco. Had a few things to get used to, but oh man, it was just so easy. And I hope you've enjoyed my video as much as I've enjoyed sharing it with you. And thanks for sticking around till the end. There will be more videos. I've got a couple more trips planned. So until next time, stay safe. Thanks for watching, and yep, bye for now.